see the world and sail the seven seas. Wanna be free, unveil some mystery. Ancient times have passed me by, thy rules remain. Hold my eyes under the open skies, the moonlight guides me to my destination. Sail set high, I passed the easy. Easter out of face, they stood so savagely. Faith in pools under.
Hi everyone, if you're new to my channel, my name's Thomas Dawson and I'm here somewhere on Vancouver Island. To be quite honest with you, I'm kind of tired today, and so I'm not going to do my usual crazy hunt for waterfalls. Instead, I'm going to head out and well, I'm already headed out. I'm going to look for some big trees, big old growth trees, and I can tell you I've already found some. They're right behind you. Have a look at this Twin Towers. Now I know it's probably hard to get a good perspective on the GoPro, but trust me, they're rather large and they tower up into the sky. At some point or another, I'll take a photo of myself in front of this tree, maybe on the way back after I do a bit of exploring, and then you'll see exactly how big the tree is. And literally right beside those two there's another pretty big tree right here. See if I can get a look around this side. Oh yeah, looks a lot nicer on this side. Ooh, very slippery. See if I can get down here without falling down. Oh yeah, that looks much nicer over here. So as you can see, I'm already on the right path for finding some good trees. Just keeping an eye on the river down below, see if there's any scenes that might make for some good shots later on. But yeah, my main goal today is just to kind of relax, enjoy the forest, and if I find some great big trees like I already have, bonus. So let's continue hunting around, shall we? It didn't take long before I ran to a creek, so I don't know if that's good or bad, but I know that now I'm going to have what's around the corneritis, and now I'm going to be having waterfalls in my head. There's going to be some waterfalls around the next corner, etc. So, but I have to explore now, so if I see some big trees, which it sure looks like there is, I will try to explore them. But I'm going to head up creek for a little bit first and see what I can find. Well, geez, even when I'm not looking for waterfalls, I find waterfalls. This is not a bad little spot right here. So I think that I will make my way down there and get out the camera and take a couple photos. Alright, I've scoped the area out a little bit, and in all honesty, although it is a nice little find, it's not really that exciting a waterfall, to be totally honest. I mean, there's some nice little elements about it, but the waterfall itself, they're kind of thin, so not too exciting. So whenever you find a waterfall like this that's not super exciting all on its own, what you're going to want to do is try and find a decent foreground. So as I get down lower here, I'll show you. Right around here is where I did my composition. So I wanted these really nice looking jagged rocks and this little cascade right here in the shot. I tried horizontal and vertical, and I'm just gonna say they're definitely an improvement over just if I was to take the shot from up there and all you had was the main waterfall. So getting back here was definitely the right decision. If I was really ambitious, I'd even, you know, back off a little further with my camera and see how that angle looked, and on, because there's a little small cascade here. But as you can see, I'm kind of up against the rock, and that's, this green moss is really slippery, and I don't think that it's going to be like a shot that I'm going to be all excited about processing later on or anything like that. So I just did a couple handheld shots, not even that long of an exposure. At best, you know, maybe they'll be just what I call nice memory shots, meaning that they're part of my story from the day. So I'll include the shot, but whether I, for instance, put it on Instagram or Flickr or whatever, hard to say. But the light's nice, temperature's perfect for hiking around, so I am next going to bushwhack up through there and get above the falls and see what else I can find. See if I can spot some big trees up there. Certainly some big tall trees, but to me the exciting part of trees is usually the lower quarter of the tree, where you've got the roots and where you've got secondary trees growing out, and what the parts that they make the burl out of, which I guess is actually a diseased part of the tree. But let's go do a little bit more exploring. I don't know if you can hear the waterfall in the background, but this is kind of nice. This tree right here. Just getting a lower view. Now I have to make my way up the embankment here. So we'll see. Let's see if we can get a different angle on this tree. Yeah, it's a pretty neat tree actually. I'm just halfway up the embankment now. See, this is what I'm talking about here. The lower portion of the tree. You've got the main trunk there, and you've got a secondary growth tree curving up, and then you got this other little one curving down and then up. But it's just too messy with this other fallen tree to get a shot of this, so I don't think that'll work too well for a photo. Another decent sized tree right here. I can see another one right through there, that one right there. That looks pretty big, but it also looks like it's lost its top. So down there, that's above the waterfall, massive log jam. And it looks like the water could be a little bit deep, so I think that I'm going to keep heading up that way, and hopefully I can keep an eye on the river for more waterfalls. So I'm guessing there's probably some good sized trees on both sides of the whatever. I have no idea what river or creek this is down there, but yeah, I can see another big tree right there on the other side. But yeah, I'm gonna bushwhack up the hill a little bit and see what I can find up there. And another big tree. Once again, you got all these neat roots. Two trees growing out of it. The main trunk. But that does not look like a healthy tree at all. It's broken off about halfway. So that one's on its way out for sure. I'll show you where I'm at, in the middle of nowhere here. And I think that other tree that I was pointing at before is just right straight through there. So let's just keep rolling for a bit. That's a freshly fallen tree right there. At least reasonably. Let's see if I can. I'll just turn back on once I've gotten around the other side. It's too bushy right here to see it. And it's all clear on the other side here. Not a super exciting tree, but looks a little more interesting over here when you've got these branches hanging down like that with all the moss on them. But yeah, not a huge tree, but still quite nice. Okay, so I don't see any others. Do I? Actually, yeah, I do. See another one over through there, but see if I go that way, then I'm heading back from where I first started this morning. And I'm kind of interested to see what's up the creek a little bit more, so I think that I will. Yeah, if I start going back all that way, I'm kind of defeating the purpose of going further, so I think that I'll head back over this way and at least try to get a view a little bit further down for if there is any nice creek scenes or waterfalls. And I'll figure it out from there, but I'm already making way more effort today than I kind of thought I would. But I'm into it now, so mildly at least. Coming back to the tree that I was just at. Okay, let's pick up when I get further down. I changed my mind. I went back to the other tree and I was just kind of looking around, and I could see there's a distinct line where all the big trees ended over that way, so I knew that there might not be anything further. So I just wasn't excited about that creek, but man, this tree that I just came to, the one I was pointing at before, it is a big freaking tree and it is beautiful. Let me show it to you. Look at that. I mean, that's got that beautiful root system over to the right, that feeder tree, and then all the way up it's really neat. Can't really see if it's broken off at the top. I kind of think it is, but that's a nice tree. I'm going to check out the other side of it. Yeah, this is another side to it, and it's still really impressive. Usually trees like this just seem to be beautiful and amazing on one particular. Another fairly nice tree right there. I think that was the one I could spot from further away. But yeah, usually trees like this just have one side that's really beautiful, but this one is just, whoa, slippery, amazing from every single angle. And you can see the way it's filling up the GoPro screen, that it's just bigger than average. This is definitely comparable to one of the trees in Lower Avatar Grove for sure. And it does look like the head has fallen off of this tree, but still impressive nonetheless. So I think I'm going to see if I can get me a photo or two. Yeah. Amazing. And here's a few photos from the day. Just at the tree that's the neighbor of that amazing giant tree. And this is really cool, the way that goes down like that. It's just, I mean, this feeder tree goes way up there, so that's absolutely amazing that this can hold that weight. I guess that's why it is so big in that area, that gnarly area. I'll show you a little closer up here. And then just look how high up that goes. Now the tree itself isn't that huge, especially compared to that last one, but that's certainly a unique feature right there. I think I might have to take a photo. Well, from here this tree looks tiny in the GoPro perhaps, but it is another very nice looking tree. I'll get a little bit closer. I'm trying to get back a different way from the way I originally came, because I don't want to have to backtrack through all that bush. There's another couple trees right around there that look like they could be nice looking too. So I'm going to try and make my way around to the other side of the tree and get a closer up view of this one here. So I just kind of made my way up this tree on my knees. Trying to, there's a bit of debris in here. It's just dead stuff, so I'm just trying to clean it up for a bit nicer shot. So, see this huge burl here, and as I was mentioning back at that other gigantic tree, you look at a tree from one angle and it doesn't look that impressive, and you get around the other side of it and all of a sudden, wow. So I was gonna film me going back down here, but that's way too slippery. I need all my hands, so that's not gonna happen. So yeah, just simply stunning in here. Much better. So it looks like at one point there is a feeder tree that has, well, that's actually what I just climbed up. Now I just realized it. So that would have been even neater if that wouldn't have fallen over. Almost looks like there's a double. There's a double. That's another one that looks like it's broken right off it. So that would have been interesting. But look at that, how cool that is. That little tree that's just starting to grow now. So I might really focus on that for a shot. And yeah, it's missing its top, a little bit of it. Well, actually it could be almost half of it. These trees are so huge, but yeah, just look at the, again, the bottom area of these trees are just magnificent. Another beautiful tree on Vancouver Island. And I just peered around the corner. I'm not going to show you yet because it won't look impressive from far away, but I can see another really big tree just 20 meters away from me. So I know where I'll be going to next. I can hear the river down there somewhere, so I have no idea where I'm really headed, but as long as I get back to the river, I'm fine. And this tree is even more impressive from down on this angle. Just kind of too bad the sun's directly behind the tree up there. It's making it hard to get a decent light here, but I will try and take some photos with different exposures. So as it turns out, the tree that I said from the other one looked like another huge one turns out to be the ones I passed by earlier on. So I inadvertently made it back to almost where I started with the first nice tree, so that's kind of good news. But I've been having so much fun, I haven't even had anything to eat, and it's I think at least 3:30 now, so I'm gonna have something to eat. The light's not great because the sun's right behind. If it's poking through, I might be able to get a sun star, but it's not doing that, so it's just giving me kind of more of a glarish look. But anyway, I'm gonna have something to eat, and then I'll shoot these trees, and then I think I'll call it a day ahead and head back. Around the other side here, how they're a different color. You see how light they are over there. But you get over here, I'm gonna walk up this tree right here and take another tree highway right here. So yeah, you can see they look almost like totally different trees on this other side here. And you can obviously see what a difference the light makes, because now the sun is shining on them. So I think I'll take a few more photos, and then that'll be it for today. Another nice tree right beside it. Not as big, but still quite nice. Unfortunately, the sun is coming out now, so photos aren't going to turn out very well at this point. The cloud's getting pretty thin. There's a lot of blue sky that I see up there, so I think that I'm going to wrap things up. But before I sign off, here's a few more photos, including one that shows me in front of the largest tree that'll hopefully give you a little bit better sense of scale. I found a different way back, a little bit of a shortcut, which is a bonus. And down at the river that I'm familiar with, it's actually really nice in here. I haven't actually explored this section right here. Show you without my funny looking face in the photo. I think I'll officially call it a day, and hope you enjoyed the video. Whoa. Swear I haven't been drinking. Just can't stand up, that's all. Turned out a lot better than I expected today. I thought, well, I'll find some big trees, but I really didn't expect to find that one real giant tree, and as many as I did, and as a bonus, a little waterfall. So yeah, I'm quite content with what I managed to find today. And I don't know when I'll be back to explore this area. Maybe there isn't anything more to find. Hard to say, but again, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing, because you won't find anybody else probably foolish enough to go stomping through the forest just looking for things that I don't even know if they're there until I find them. So until next time, take care, everybody.